What is up, Insaners, and welcome to our first game week team review video. This is going to be a regular upload going forward, along with our team selection and captain picks. As most of you know, the next game week 18, is a blank game week, and a lot of you might be using the free hit chip. We're also doing a video on the different free hit drafts. That video should be out in a couple of days, so do watch out for that. If you like today's video, do give it a thumbs up, would really appreciate that. We will be covering a lot more FPL stuff, so if you're interested, do subscribe to our channel Insanely Football. We have a playlist dedicated to the Fantasy Premier League, make sure you check that out as well. Also hit the bell icon to get notifications of our coming videos. Coming to our game week 17 score, we got 62 points with a small red arrow. Not the ideal result, but our rank didn't drop much and is still around the 350,000 mark. Starting with our defense, Martinez got us 3 points. Aston Villa vs Manchester United was a great watch. One of the best games of the week for sure. There was intent from both sides and no surprises to see both defenses not keeping a clean sheet. Martinez though made 7 saves in the game and got a couple of save points. I have to say, one of the worst weeks for our defenders. None of them got any attacking returns or a clean sheet. It was so frustrating if you owned Justin from Leicester City. He was on for a clean sheet plus bonus points. He gave away that foul, got a yellow card and conceded a goal as well, all in a matter of seconds. I think we lost about 8 points there. Man City as well, what a performance from the City attack. They really took Lampard by surprise and crushed them with those 3 goals. More pressure on Lampard to get results now, but in terms of City's defense, they conceded very late in the game in the 92nd minute. Hudson-Odoi with the finish. It was nothing more than a consolation goal, but we had John Stones. A lot of you would have had Ruben Dias or Cancelo in your team, and that was a clean sheet gone right there. There was more drama to come with Southampton scoring a huge 1-0 win against Liverpool. Danny Ings with the only goal of the game. Liverpool dominant in possession for the whole game, just didn't create the right moments in the game. Robertson was energetic, but definitely missed the final ball. Crossing also was a bit off, gave away a few silly fouls and got his first yellow card of the season. To round off things, we played Dallas expecting both Spurs and Leeds United would score in the game and he would have better chances for a return against Tottenham, but Leeds just couldn't score. Tottenham were comfortable for most of the game and Dyer got 6 points, but he was on our bench, so we surely missed out on those points. A great week if you had Arsenal, Southampton and even West Ham defenders though. Some really nice returns for them. Kieran Tierney was the standout pick with 18 points. Our midfield had a mixed week but surely saved our game week with Bruno Fernandes getting 10 points. He scored his 11th league goal of the season and his 5th from the spot. He went close on a few other occasions, typically had quality on the ball and in the final third, but didn't see that much of the ball. One of his quieter games for sure, and in spite of that, returning a double-digit haul was huge for us. Son was the other midfielder who gave us a double-digit haul this week. He scored 13 points and came away with an assist and a goal. This was Son's 100th goal for Tottenham, a great achievement for the South Korean. Son has been one of those players this season. Whenever you feel like taking him out of your team, he comes back with a return. It's just crazy. He was our captain for this week and overall pretty happy and satisfied with that choice. Now we got in Rafinha as one of our transfers this week, obviously keeping in mind the double game week. Wasn't two minds whether to get him or Souček, and the latter would have been a much better choice as Souček got a double-digit haul. A lot of you would have had him on your bench and that would have been really disappointing. Salah also not getting any returns this week as well. That's 3 blanks in a row after failing to return only twice earlier in the season. A lot of you would have captained him against Southampton and I'm sure you would be thinking of moving him, especially with Bruno Fernandes returning in every game and Kevin De Bruyne also coming in form. But with that double game week coming and that huge game coming up against Manchester United, you never know. Klopp might just turn it on, so would surely not recommend selling Salah just yet. In terms of midfielders, Man City's Phil Foden and Kevin De Bruyne outscored everyone this week. Kevin De Bruyne in particular looks like a really good option for the next few weeks, essential for Man City and should play all the games as they can't afford to rest him. Saka from Arsenal is another option that has gone a bit under the radar, mainly because of how Arsenal has played in the league overall. Last 3 game weeks have been great for him though, 3 returns in a row and 27 points. That is huge for a 5.3 million midfielder. Definitely want to consider for the next week against Crystal Palace. In terms of our attack, Harry Kane was obviously the standout pick this game week with 12 points, his 10th goal and 11th assist of the season. Surely he's gonna break Henry and De Bruyne's record of 20 assists if he goes on like this. Insane numbers for Kane. Now speaking about Bamford, he had a couple of chances in the first half, but they weren't easy ones. He held up the ball well when it came up to him. In spite of that blank, he's still great value and we continue to keep our faith in him. Now Lacazette and Ings were a couple of other standout picks from this week. Arsenal have really turned things in their last 3 games, and I can see a lot of FPL managers jumping onto Arsenal assets, especially when they are quite cheap as compared to the premium options at some of the bigger clubs. Ings scored against his former team. Obviously there were no huge celebrations, but it was a great shift put in by the whole Southampton team. Adams didn't play this one. He was out because of a concussion, but he should be back for the double game week. So overall, still in the top 5% of the world, and we would surely look to take advantage of the coming 2 game weeks. It's gonna be really interesting. Looking at our team for next week, one thing is for sure, we only have 6 players in our squad playing in game week 18, with Bissouma out of Man City's game due to a suspension. Now considering what players we already have in our squad, the likes of Robertson, Justin, Dallas, Rafinha, Adams, all of them have a double game week in game week 19, and we would definitely want to keep some of them for the game weeks after that, so a free hit right now makes more sense. It also gives us a chance to check out the Manchester clubs plus Arsenal players and see if they can maintain consistency in terms of returns and then can get them in our teams. So that'll be all for this episode. We'll be doing a free hit draft very soon along with some early thoughts on our free hit team, so really looking forward to that. Thank you so much guys for watching. Really appreciate all the love and support you guys have been showing us in the past few months. Do let us know in the comments below if you have any thoughts about our team. Also tell us how many points we've scored this week. Lots of good stuff coming up, stick around and I'll see you Insaners next time.